Croeso, welcome to Britain's Hidden History with me, Ross Broadstock. And we got an absolute beauty here, pointed out, sent to me by Ian Tog Jenkins. Thank you, Tog, because this is the BBC finally acknowledging something which we've been banging on about for years, and Wilson Blackett have been banging on for decades. There's this ridiculous idea that everywhere you find a mound, it's got to be a Norman Motte and Bailey castle, completely ignoring the fact they might be much older and reused as a Motte and Bailey castle, if you could find any evidence for that, which there never seems to be. And also, why is it not just a British mound? Why can nothing be British? That's what Britain's Hidden History is all about, really. So here's the story. It's on the BBC today, I think, 3rd of October. Oh, it's a few days old. Largest Iron Age monument found at Skipsea Castle. Still calling it a castle, but there you go. There's the mound. It's a whopper. It's only a short article, so I'll read it. The largest Iron Age, right? Okay. Earthquake in Britain has been identified at the former site of a Norman castle. There's no evidence for it being a Norman castle. The article's about showing it's not, but they'll still keep going on about it. This is what you're up against. The mound at Skipsea Castle, 278 feet diameter, 42 feet high. That is a whopper. It was thought to be part of a Norman Motte and Bailey castle, dating from 1086. But archaeological analysis of soil from its core showed it's 2,500 years old. Hallelujah, that makes it 500 BC. This article, the BBC, British, I think it's a British broadcasting company. This must be British then. 500 BC. There's no other people here. It's got to be British, right? Watch. Dr. Leary from the University of Reading said, we have a pristine, untouched Iron Age monument. We got loads of them, mate. Absolutely loads. Just go through the site visits videos. For more stories, right. Dr. Leary, who led the excavation, you've just taken a soil sample. It's not an excavation. You get the thing, you twist it in, the auger, and you just pull out the soil sample. Anyway, well done, Dr. Leary, who led the excavation of the site near Bridlington, added, it's the largest Iron Age mound in Britain, and it was hiding from us in plain sight. It's not hiding. People have been sending you letters and emails and making videos for yonks. Further research is now being planned to establish the purpose and use of the mound. Maybe look at some British history would help you there. The key question now is, what was the mound used for? And finally, Dr. Leary said, was it a burial mound? Now this bit drives me bonkers. Is it comparable to some of the really big burial mounds in Germany and Switzerland and eastern France in that period? What have they got to do with it? If so, that's really significant. Stop trying to make everything not be British. It's just British. The British are not linked to Germany, Switzerland and France in this period at all. It's a completely separate migration, nothing to do with them. If they got mounds as well, great, Who knows what their mounds are for? Just because someone makes a mound in one place and someone makes a mound in another place does not link them. Anyway, Dr. Leary also did Silbury Hill, but that was Neolithic. I wonder if he actually did the core sample and measured it that way, and how it was measured. But there we go. So it's not a Motte and Bailey. Hey, anyway, it's got to be Norman though. Anyway, let's talk about Mottes anyway. So Mottes are purposely constructed earthen mounds atop which a wooden or stone tower will be built. So where's the evidence for the stone tower or the wooden tower? Where's the post holes? Where's the bits of crockery or, I don't know, the odd bit of something dropped on the floor, a coin or a knife? Nothing. No evidence, but all over Wales, same thing. They're frequently coupled with lower and wide defensive earthworks, known as a bailey, not there. The Motte and Bailey type castle was developed in the 10th century in Northern Europe, bully for them. Their design was utilised across England and Wales by the Normans. Well, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, because I'm not sure any of these mounds are Motte and Bailey castles. You'll have to scratch that last sentence there, okay? Now, hopefully this is a sort of wakening up, opening eyes, unlike me today, it's a bit bleary-eyed. And what we're going to do, can we have some other mounds checked, please? It's a very cheap procedure. You just get somebody to take the core sample, get the auger, you take it out, and then you do the analysis. We would do it. We would pay. We'll pay. We'll pay for the equipment. We'll pay for the people. We'll pay for the lot, right? I mean, you're not talking a lot of money here, okay? I mean, a couple of £100. It's a really cheap exercise. In the millions and millions that's spent on archaeology, hardly anything, just take a core of soil out. There's so many places we would love to do this, and we'll actually do it ourselves, just needs permission, please. And the ones I start with, my favourites, like Ystrad Owen, where you got the town called Ystrad Owen. I'll put the video box up here somewhere. It's in Ystrad Owen, it's called Ystrad Owen, it's Owen's burial mound. and yet it's called a Motte and Bailey Castle with no evidence. And then, actually, the best one probably is the core at Llan Ilid. You've got, the one, the video is the world's first Christian church. We got the bank around the site, and it actually goes down in the middle. So the whole point of Motte and Bailey is to have a mound, a nice big defensive mound, so you can look down on your enemies. This goes down. It'd be the world's worst castle. No evidence for a castle. No evidence it's Norman, but still it gets called Norman. This is what we're up against. Same with Toyn Tudor, another great mound you can see. It's the burial site of Tudor. It's next to the church called Tudor. It's called Tudor. Everything about it's Tudor, except for some reason it's a Norman Motte and Bailey castle. Drives you mad, but anyway, I think this is the start. I think we're on the right side of the curve. I think that it's turning. I have a sneaky feeling that British history is going to become more popular with our, let's just put it, change of sovereign. Well, I don't get into that too much, but let's say I'll drop in a few Easter eggs here now. That I think a good chance Britain history is going to be a big thing next year. So hang around, subscribe, and tell your friends, share this video, and you can see that only a few decades behind the work of Wilson and Blackett, the BBC do seem to be, or even some academics, seem to be recognising the possibility. Well, it actually says British at any point in the article, but at least they're saying it's not Norman, which is a start. Okay, until the next time, Hedwch.